Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around someone? 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like that. It burns, so give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorries won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Ooh, who needs a job to pay the rent is busy. Gotta feel free sometimes, right? What doesn't make you will only make you stronger if you believe what they say. Might be that another day she would have wished to stay, but they're done. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like that. It hurts, so give him something worse to pass the time. Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone.
Check. 1, 2, check.
Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this. I can get you through this, yeah.
Pardon my delay, but we're getting ready to get started. Trying out some new ear monitors here. I'm going to do one last quick sound check here. Testing 1, 2. Welcome to the Late Night Show, Late Night Crypto Charts. I am your host, Lane, also known as Road Dog Crypto, here on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed the show here. The preliminaries here, as it is, before we get started. Now, if only I can just find the right buttons to get us there, wouldn't it be a beautiful day? So the daily looks pretty green, but the past hour has just been a little mix of everything, hasn't it? Well, let's just go ahead and rush to the chart and let's see what's going on here. I'm at the 1 minute, and 1 minute's got a nice candle, but we need to zoom out just a little bit. Get a feel what's going on with Bitcoin as we go into the weekend. When the institutions usually aren't out there buying, it's usually left to retail to hold this afloat, right? What a great time to get bargains on some of these. And so as the 4-hour becomes dangerously close to this cloud, and we start to see the little trickle of red come in our Ichimoku cloud, the question comes to beckon. Are we going to go down? What? Is we not? Do we be going to go down? Well, my friends, it is tough to say. Indicators are tired. So there is no doubt in my mind, especially at the big tall wick going to the upside, big tall wick going to the downside, indecision candle, this little bitty tea light candle right there in the middle from yesterday, as we started a new day today, still in that same range. I look forward to more of the same, more sideways, and that's a good thing. And I'll explain why in just a moment. But I'm sure that Bitcoin will fluctuate between this price, probably around 30,000. But hey, we may even dip back down in here to the, I hope not. I hope we don't, but there's a chance that we will, because we did lose the 9 moving average on the daily. That's this little green line right here. But right now, as we speak, we've just now come up above it. If we can hold that, things will start to turn around a little bit for Bitcoin. And we may see a little bit more of a bullish scenario unfolding. But my biggest thing to bring your attention back to is this weekly that we've been watching for ever. The weekly chart here, all these messy lines. Perhaps I can come to one that's, no, they're all, every chart I got is messy. All right, let's get rid of the fib. We can always redraw it. So inverse head and shoulders, what we're looking at for the overall pattern on the weekly. That is bottom pattern. Does have a breakout, does have a measure move target. We did hit one of those, I believe. 64% chance that it comes back down to this area, which it did for a retest, and we bounced off of it going so nicely back up to these levels we saw before on the first breakout. The big thing that I like about what I'm seeing is this big, red, humongous cloud, the Ichimoku cloud. This whole area is really foretold to be no man's land, the land of in-between, where it's not really known where it's safe or not, a land of neutrality. But what eventually happens as price runs into this cloud is that this cloud chews it up just a little bit, but spits it out on the other side. To the right of this red cloud, you'll see this very much smaller in comparison in size cloud, this green cloud to this red one. And I'm grateful that it's green. It could have been red. Oh, if it had been red, that would just spell rejection somewhere here and just more downside, because price should be riding underneath the red if we're in a downtrend. But this strong move that we've got, with these higher lows and higher highs, stacking us one step above the other, slowly but surely, sometimes scary, sometimes we stumble a little bit, sometimes our shoes fall off. You may get scared, make the wrong move at these bottom prices. But it's just all part of the bigger picture. So much easier to see when you zoom out to the weekly. And so here we are, we're gaining ground. And some speak of maybe it's going back down to 20,000. Well, maybe at some point. Right now, Bitcoin don't even want to think about that. We have institutions coming into this. Finally, they're seeing the light where they're one step closer to being able to actually get their hands in the crypto markets through their regular side. Then Wall Street can come into the picture. So the banks can start offering it to their customers, their preferred customers, maybe eventually even the everyday Joe and Sally. Indicators on the weekly for Bitcoin. Stochastics, this ribbon right here. Nice pretty purple color come down here, and then, did a 180. Going the other way now. And it's got a long way to go to get back up to this 100% area. Blue line right here, this blue waves, momentum wave. Got a little frothy cap on it right there. That's good. It's got some more upside to go too. It's a good sign to have on the weekly for an asset such as Bitcoin. So hard to get. So easy to lose. It can be, because everybody wants your Bitcoin. And there's just going to be more and more people wanting that Bitcoin. And hook or crook, some of them going to try to come after that Bitcoin. And that's why you need to safely secure your Bitcoin. Now, I personally have a Trezor, I have a Ledger, and recently I've had a Tangem, which is absolutely cool. I like it. Very easy to use, very secure. No seed phrase to keep track with. No seed phrase to have to worry about being exposed by some unforeseeable event or occurrence, happenstance or whatever. A lot of us aren't thinking about that. Just something to consider. But good to take your Bitcoin, your other coins off the exchanges, store them on a wallet. Also, I also use Exodus wallet and several other wallets for DeFi. So having multiple wallets is an excellent strategy. And some have functionalities that others don't. One other thing that I like on this Bitcoin chart is this money flow. Flowing down, curving up. Eventually, it's going to keep going, traveling up till it turns green. And you talk about a happy day in the markets. What a day that will be. And it's on its way. I'm just here to spread the news. Green Day is coming. This yellow section right here in the middle, where my cursor is, that's called VWAP, Volume Weighted Average Price. Notice how we came from this bottom here and just kind of crashed up, and well, we still got room to go. All those things suggest to me that, baby, we're just getting started. We're in pre-flight mode right now. We haven't even fastened on our seatbelts yet. We're still putting our luggage away in the compartment. Trying to figure out how to avoid sitting by that noisy baby. Yeah. We haven't even unlatched from the, what's that thing you walk the walkway? They just now playing with that right now. So we just gotta sit back, buckle it up. Because Bitcoin's gonna do something. Now we'll do something over the next few days. Oh, I'm sure it will. Grizz is in the house. Do I know any good tutorials for the Tangem wallet? Good question. Most of the videos that I had pulled up on Tangem, they all went through it. So that's one reason why I didn't even touch upon that stuff. It's not hard to use at all. I think the website is probably one of your best sources there. Because I think they actually do have the videos there, and those are really the most informative ones, but really easy to use. So a lot of chop right now, but you know, that's a good thing. Bitcoin's going sideways. Let's go drop in on his buddy, Bitcoin Dominance. Coming down. You know what makes me really happy? Oh, it's those little glimpses that we get of a new season coming called Altcoin season. And it may not be here yet, but maybe we just get that little breeze, that little sniff, that little reminder that, hey, spring is just right around the corner. Well, this little chart right here, minus that sign in the way. Where's that button? All right. So when Bitcoin dominance is coming down and Bitcoin is just kind of hanging out sideways like it is now and probably will be over the weekend, trading in a range, maybe some volatility there, but overall sideways in a range, then our altcoins are going to go up. So we got a unique little window here. Don't know how long it's going to last. Probably have to look at Bitcoin dominance here just to kind of get a clue. And I've really got to zoom out because I don't think the last time we looked at this chart that I even zoomed out big enough. So there's several minor patterns going on, but overall we're in a bearish pattern. And this is on the weekly. Now when it comes to the daily, you can see the rejection that we got. We broke this trend line and now we're headed down. Now 50.5%, we can definitely count on that. Can we count on lower? I hope so, because if we come back down to around 49%, where we used to be back in the, just a little earlier this month, before altcoins just took a dive, that might be a sweet little window of opportunity. But I wouldn't hold on too tightly to all those altcoins, because Bitcoin dominance is going to take off after it does its own little correction here. And then those altcoins are going to suffer. So we got a very small window to really capitalize on a lot of these alts, maybe even moonbag them, and then hey, it's all free and clear, right? No problem, Chris. Actually, I'm considering getting me another pack of cards there, because I want to be able to separate some things out a little bit. So like maybe if I take profits or take moonbags, I want to have a separate little place where I can put a lot of those. So I don't know. Been restructuring things a lot lately. So total 3, let's look at that. This is the altcoins. This is how well they're doing, their market share, so to speak. And we broke above this level here. That's a good sign. We can hold it, we can keep going up, so it's a good sign that we have more money coming into the market. I like that this 9 moving average is getting ready to cross that 200, and look at that angle. It's not quite a 90 degree, but that's a strong angle. Strong angles mean for strong movement. So I expect a breakthrough up here. That very well could happen this weekend, because things are starting to shape up. It looks like our little mini altcoin foray may begin this weekend. And that's kind of odd, because I'm also expecting a big sell-off. I believe Celsius has the approval to sell off a ton of their coins starting tomorrow. So how's that going to play out? The chart seemed to say, hey, it can absorb it. So I roll with that, I guess. Interesting things going on today in the headlines. That freaking chart. See, that's the problem with these charts. I put something up there and I can't remember that I've got it there. Here I'm talking charts and nobody can see what I'm talking about. Just running over a few headlines I clipped and posted in our group there. MasterCard unveils a multi-token network. MasterCard into crypto. They're finding a way to make this stuff work for us. God bless MasterCard. Because I think the neat thing is that they allow, you can have like my crypto.com card. It's not a debit card. It's not a credit card. It's a prepaid card, actually. And so Visa and MasterCard getting behind the prepaid cards and using crypto, it's a pretty good partnership. It's a pretty good thing that they've been doing for a while, but I'm glad that they are. Makes it harder to, well, that just gives crypto a more solid footing, which is, I think, what helped, one of the many things I think that helped us get as far as we have lately. So Kraken was ordered to turn over customer information to the IRS, and I think those years go back to like 2016 through 2020. Comforting to know. I respect Kraken. I've never used them, but they fought against doing this. Every time this happened before, the judge just finally ordered it. So you gotta admire that. America was established from a revolution where people got tired of, being pushed around and being told what to do all the time. And now it feels like we're just a country where they just want to tell us every little thing to do. And they just want to make all the simple things so complicated. Taxes being one of them. I think it's interesting, the discussion that's going around about abolishing the IRS. Interesting. And I mean, on one hand, I wonder, if we're just going to print our money anyway into oblivion, what's the point of us paying taxes to begin with? If it's all just a money printer go burr anyway. But you should pay your taxes. Not against that. I just, they make it so hard. Why not tax me on the on-ramp and the off-ramp? And just let it be at that. Wouldn't that be enough? Would that be fair? Wouldn't that be a win-win for everybody? If I go into Coinbase, there's a, I don't know, 2% tax. Me convert my dollars over to Tether or any other crypto. Or maybe coming to the other side. I got Tether, I want to convert to dollars. I got crypto, I want to go actual to USD, get that USD back. Maybe there's a something percent tax. 10%, I don't know. It just looks like it'd be so much easier and so much simpler than them wanting to go through all the exchanges, and we got to worry about, was this transaction taxable or non-taxable? How do I keep up with that on blockchain? This exchange does not tell me what my account, what that trade even average cost was. You want me to take notes? You must think I am an accredited investor, my friend. I have no such habits. And nor are they necessary, because they just want to make this stuff complicated. It's easy to obfuscate. But the UK passed a law to bring cryptocurrencies under traditional asset regulations. Yeah, they're coming around. They may want to get their old seat as the world financial power back. Who knows? Hey. I mean, Wall Street may not be able to stay at the top forever. It's a big world out there. Federal Reserve Chair approaches stronger measures to tackle inflation and considers back-to-back rate hikes. And of course, SEC turned down everything again. They say, no. But they offered, but maybe. We'll think about it if this is done. Or at least that's what they're paraphrasing and reading between the lines. So I like what I'm seeing on Total 3. I think we're going to get to see some improvements over altcoins. One of them has been Bitcoin Cash. Everybody's talking about it now, huh? Isn't that cool? It just went on a tear like it often does. You have to wait for it. You have to wait for it. And you have to deal with everybody just talking about how worthless this is. But regardless, this is what it keeps doing. Because it's got something that all these new coins don't have. One, it's got a lot of things. Proof of work, which I'm a big fan of. A limited supply. And a fair distribution, because it is a clone of Bitcoin. Now, I'm not saying it's going to surpass Bitcoin or anything of that crazy talk, but I'm saying it has value, and as this space grows, they're always going to be trying to come out with the newest and greatest and blah, blah, blah to do this and do that. But, you know, some of these old school coins, they had well thought out purposes. And they can still be unified. They got value. And just like why people started getting Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin in the first place is Bitcoin too damn expensive, people. That's back when Bitcoin was $400. You had Litecoin like at 9. Why not get some of that? Or 18 or 30. Bitcoin Cash is still in a tear, looking good. This is the 4-hour chart. Getting a little bit of bearish divergence forming there, but you know that's once that train gets a rolling, baby, it's hard to get it to stop. Ichimoku cloud so thin and I can't even see it. I'm on the daily, zooming out to the weekly. Yeah, that's how big that is. Bitcoin Cash surprised everybody wasn't watching. 155%. And everything looks good on the weekly. MACD's getting ready to go. RSI is a little bit oversold, so it's got to have a little correction there. But I think we've been over this before. Pretty much we're looking about coming back to this range about 210. Maybe get lucky enough to catch it like at 183. Those would be some fair prices, some fair, good areas, solid areas to get in on. Unless we can come down to 143, but not so sure I see that happening. Going to take a look at KDA. Kadena. Since this little guy has come down so much, this one's another one, proof of work. And that's another reason why I like it. Picked us out with all this Adam and Eve bottom stuff. I mean, it technically, I think it reached its target. And then we lost that ground. So it's at a really juicy area, in my personal opinion, to DCA or whatever your strategy is. There is time to DCA into this one, I believe. But Kadena, I think, is going to be one to watch. And so that's one of my bigger long-term holds I've got there. It's in a falling channel. Currently finding support, making a higher low. Just need to make a higher high. And it seems like we might be getting ready to break out of this little guy. At least I'm going to give it a little try there. So we may start seeing some 67-cent Kadena again, coming back up to some of the higher prices we've seen over the last week or so. But eventually I am looking for us to get back to about $1.50 in that area. Another one I've had my eye on, I don't think, well, I have to look at the chart before I can say anything. Around $5, $6 in that area. It got down to $5.45 during that big break. Those are juicy areas for Horizen. I picked up a few for my bag, but I didn't go all hard and heavy, but it made a quick comeback. $5 up to $8 right there. 58% return. All these coins have hit some really, really, really juicy prices that, you know, we haven't seen in 4 years or so. So for some of us that remember some of those, they just kind of, I know that's a good deal. Whether we see a chart or not. But that is one to watch because it's getting ready to break out of a falling wedge. Maybe not immediately, but that's what's going to play out. So accumulating it somewhere around 650 between there and where it is now might be a good one to look at for a longer term hold. We do know that goodness gracious, see, that's back in the day when I was looking at it. It went way up here to $170. That's like a 16x. So, you know, just saying. Litecoin, we were looking at it here on the channel before it had its breakout. Because I was stacking that. I was talking about how I was doing it with the swap margin. I was building my Litecoin back, and that makes me happy with what's going on with Litecoin today. That trade is over, completed. That bag is built and tucked away, and goodness gracious. I just need to clear this whole chart for that stuff goes back, way back. But on the weekly chart here, we are green dot on market cipher. Look at that little baby right there. Money flow's coming in. So going to flip green here soon. VWAP is kind of struggling right now, but it's just doing that. That's what it does. When we want to wait flip to the upside, stochastics are going to the upside. In other words, indicators are saying, hey, Litecoin still looks kind of hot. MACD's a little bit late to the party, as usual. But when she tips over that bottle right there, oh. Yeah, she gonna make a photo of herself. Bitcoin gonna go crazy, or Litecoin go crazy. Currently, Litecoin is at $106. We were down to 72 just a few days ago, a few weeks ago. Yum yum time. Yum yum time. All the way up there's 52%. Increase. And some people can't figure this out about Litecoin. I don't know. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of stuff they can still do with it. Dogecoin's dependent on it. Did you know that? Elon likes Dogecoin. We all know that. That's an automatic win for Litecoin. Doge has DRC20. Bitcoin has BRC20. I'm just predicting, going out on a hair here, that at some point somebody will do an LRC20, especially if they see that it helps the Doge network boost the Lightning network, or the Litecoin network. It is fast. It's cheap. That's why I use it to transmit funds to an exchange. So I never had to pay those ETH fees to do Tether. I didn't do Tether. I did Litecoin and then switched it into Tether. But it's looking good. Look at that. That is could be a nice breakout. It's got the volume there. Come on, Litecoin. I'm rooting for you, baby. Where are you going to go to next? We're already at the 236. Next stop will be 138 for Litecoin. After that, we will visit the 169 area. After catching our breath at the sexy 169 area, we will go to the 199 club. And after we exit the 199 club, we will just skip on over to 242. As we just slowly make our way back up to that $300 mark. It's a commodity. Bitcoin's a commodity. No one has a question about that. Litecoin is just a clone of Bitcoin on a different network, on the script network, or script language, where encoding, whereas Bitcoin was on SHA 256. one thing's for certain. As much as I wish I was, because those dudes are very well off, I am no nerd. So, or computer nerd, or coding nerd. So, don't quote me as your sources. But that's just what I've learned from experience. So breakout, nice. That's on the weekly. Let's come to the daily. Daily looks juicy. I like the way those indicators are looking. Getting ready to pop over that 200. That looks nice. Let's just jump on down to the 4 hour and look for the magic. Golden cross happened right there a few days ago on the 27th. Price even dipped down after that. Oh, I bet that confused people. But just went down to $81. Silly me was saying, I don't want to pay $81 for another Litecoin. And it's funny how when Litecoin hits $106, you're thinking, $81 wasn't that bad of a deal. You know, I probably should have picked up a couple. I don't think that ever changes. I think that happens all the time. Except for I think as time goes by, you just get a little bit better at saying, you know, last time you said that thing took off and it never looked back. And you know, for you DCA people out there, dollar cost average, I think that's what makes that such an, I don't know, such an attractive strategy. So much easier to do. And so many different ways you can do it. Whether price drops a percentage, or if you do TA, finding it on the bottoms on the bigger time frames, things like that. Good times on the weekly and daily. Or if you just do it by time frame every week, every couple of weeks. Or if you just do it when you can. Check it out. Ethereum's at 1918. ETH baby, looks like you may be doing a little possible inverted head and shoulders type deal there on the daily. What do you say on the 4 hour? Just not as clear there either. It's a little iffy. But if it gets a neckline, which it does seem to have that neckline, I consider that valid. So round about just eyeballing it, it's pretty much right up here at that same price point. Yeah. So I'm looking for about 2186 if that mood holds true. Got actually several little patterns there that suggest a lot of confluence for these same areas for ETH. ETH is getting ready to bump up. How about his mama? Did you know ETH had a mama? ETH got mama, y'all. ETC, Ethereum Classic. Look at that nice run up. Dipped all the way down to 1284. Imagine picking this up. $14. Let's just say 14. Say you missed the spike. Just caught it here when it was ranging up. Let's say $15. $15. Not a bad price. 54 cents. But that don't do nothing. Half the coins out there don't. More than half. 80% of those coins out there don't do nothing. ETC is at least programmable. It's mineable. It's the original. Probably still slow as crap. I don't know. I don't know if a bunch of developers may come in and just find a use for this. I don't know. What I do know is that it likes to pop up between $50 and $75, and catching it around $15, well, that's a pretty good profit. Last time this little guy went all the way up to $180. This one that's been around forever and don't do nothing is a ghost chain. Ain't nobody doing nothing with it. Even Charles Hoskinson he's the reason I was interested in it. I thought he was backing it. Apparently, he has nothing to do with it either. But still, get these bottom prices. It's not a bad idea. Just if you can, put your away a little bag of that for a rainy day. As we usher in this new generation of people to crypto, how much different are they going to be than the original generation? Or the second generation that came around in 2017, 2018? Every 4 years, there's a generation. We've got several generations under our belt. They all evolve, they all change, but they all go through the same process, adding the new stuff along the way that propels us even further. So, at first, it was these basic coins people had trust in. The ones that started out. ETC was one of those, the original ETH. Yet it was still a late boomer. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Darkcoin, which was something else before Darkcoin, but I cannot remember what it was. I think it went to 2 or 3 different changes there. But we now know it as Dash. It fell off the radar a long time ago. But it was the cat's pajamas. It was number 3 for the longest time. Until ETH came. Took the excitement away from it. But there are these staples, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. And they repeatedly come up just because they're a solid project. All of them are solid projects. Bitcoin is just the one that has the limelight and the value. The original OG always will be. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Unless they do something stupid to it, and I'm talking about developers, we'll be okay. But it doesn't mean these other ones can't go ahead and mature. Especially for the old money, the institutional money. With all the research, what do they have the most data on? What's proven the test of time so far? Versus baby mama Floki Inu. Y'all, I got me 3 billion of them coins. When they go to $1, I'm going to buy the whole planet. Take a look at Doge. Doge is often a front runner of the bull market. Litecoin is too. Litecoin's having a good little go, so nice little cue off. So Litecoin's moving. I expect Doge to move pretty soon too. So that's what I want to look at tonight is Doge. Are you getting ready to do something with us, Doge? Weekly says that, hey, you might. Looking at the MACD indicator here, starting to get a little bit of a bullish curve there. There's nothing official yet. It's just kind of a little, oh, is this the end of the road? Oh, we got to turn around now? Okay. All right. We're just at the end of the trail, right? Now we're going to turn around, going the other way, hopefully, unless we get a detour. Could happen. This indicator here, though, says, hey, baby, things getting ready to rock. This one's a little bit faster. Now, MACD is a little bit slow, but you can trust it, okay? You know, in a bigger time frame, when they get across, it means something. It's slow and steady, but sure. So we don't discount the MACD, even though, you know, it's always tagging along in the very back. We do trust our RSI. RSI is at a good level. Still, you know, what we would call bearishly controlled territory. Not a bad thing. It just means that it's just good to give above the 50% level. Good chance it will do that. Remember, this is the weekly. When we start coming down to the 4 hour on Dogecoin, you see what I'm talking about. We're getting ready to pump, baby. We're at the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. Doge blasted off to the upside. It's going to reclaim this, and once this little blue line right here, it was so close to that yellow, once it finally gets a big candle to move it up over that 200, kind of like the one that we got right now, and probably the one that's going to come tomorrow, Doge is going to take off. Doge is going to take off. Joe Biden says Doge will take off. Did he say it or did he whisper it? Your hair smells terrific. So Dogecoin, baby, where are you planning on going? You're coming back up to about a dime, if you want my personal opinion here. A few pit stops on the way that we'll probably see. Definitely come in at 7.8 cents and 8.5 cents right through this little area there, but I do think we have an excellent chance just to come and kind of tap out this 9 cent area a little bit, play around there. But eventually, we are in a bullish pattern. We're at the bottom of the bullish pattern. We got loads of ways to go. So 18 cent Doge. It's going to take a little while to get there. May come sooner than we think. Or the last part of it may come a lot sooner than we think, because that part will come suddenly. Where the big green candle that touches the sky. All the way up there to 18 cents. I'm just saying, you know, if you can, pack a few bags. Doge at 6-7 cents. Toss it around a little bit. If you're not want to miss it, just going to throw it on a wallet. Let it sit there. Let it ride, baby. Let it ride. Enjoy the ride when Elon starts tweeting Doge. When he puts a Doge flag on the moon or Mars. Paints a Doge on his rocket. Who knows? But this coin will rally. There is very little going on in my chat tonight. Is it just me or is it my chat not working? My music putting everybody to sleep. You know, back I used to like to get on YouTube late at night, you know, and catch up on the videos on YouTube and things like that. Coin review videos, see what I could find out and see what I could learn. And I'd come across some people just doing what I'm doing right here, just chilling out and charting. And it was kind of cool because it would be kind of like a screener almost, you know, be going over coins. Several different ones, just taking a look, sharing an idea. And you get also people in chat and things throwing up, hey, look at this, look at that. And you get a little synergy going. And just kind of help, I don't know, keep up with the market a little bit. Just made it easier. Not having to worry about being, you know, entertained or having to sit through all these freaking shills for trading groups or courses or indicators or whatnot. I mean, there's going to be some kind of shill, but anymore, it seems like that's the majority of what some people talk about. That stream was a 1 hour, 2 hour infomercial for a trading group. No, I just, it was just cool to see a bunch of different coins going through, maybe some new ones explored. So that's just kind of what I'm trying to do with these live streams anyway. Now I do have some instructional videos to teach how to do all this stuff called Chart School, but I knew going into it that very few people are really interested in actually taking time to learn things from videos. That's the problem they have with the trading groups, is that people want to join and think that that magically changes things, but really what they got to do is read a bunch of stuff, which ironically ends up coming from free sources on the internet. Isn't that the darndest? For what you pay for? Sin token, baby, I think you're coming down. I swear, if you go to 2 cents, I foresee you coming to 3.00328. And we talked about this last stream. Now I'm hoping what we're going to see is that be the point of strength right there. That be the support that will take us out of this falling wedge. However, do you have this marked? There is an unlock coming for Sin token. It may have already happened. No, I think it's within. This was yesterday. I think it's within a week. Token unlock probably has some information about that. So I'm curious to see how that would affect the price, and also curious if, when word of token unlocks comes out, sometimes you will see a lot of people bailing out. So, I better get out now for they all sell on this. So they'd have a preliminary sale driving prices down. So I don't know, but my bag of sin I think will turn out pretty good though when all this is over and said and done with. But that's just one that has been on my radar. It's very crucial we get above this level here. That's what it all hinges on, 0.0053. That area right there. So let the token unlock come, let that stuff play out over this next few weeks, and then things should start leveling a little bit out, back out to normal. Hopefully they will come out with the land sale soon and give a purpose for those excess tokens. And currently, when you zoom in, okay, it did cross, but it's a shallow cross there. So for anybody wanting to DCA, I mean, you can, but I'm truly, to be honest with you, when you have a pattern like this, your best bet really, and it's hard to find if you want to degen in to any project or something, you want to let it find a bottom and then reestablish that bottom, put his foot back on that ground, make sure it's solid before it takes off, and that's when you want to get in. Otherwise, you're just along for a bumpy ride for crap and giggles. But if you're already in it, throwing a few bucks here, there, collecting a little bit more as we're around in a range. I mean, if you're already in it and believe in it, that just helps bring down your overall cost. And so when it does come back to these areas, you get into profit quicker. We've been also tracking NAKA. Still on the tear, but getting a little bit of a pullback, a correction back here to the 9 moving average, which we've been talking about. If it holds that, we are fine. If it loses that, we're headed to the 21 moving average, which will bring us down around this area, about 33 cents, this Fibonacci area. Hey, that's a healthy correction. That's fine, and a great place where I would be adding to my NAKA bags. But it may not do that. It may just keep going, because that's what NAKA looks like NAKA wants to do. NAKA's starting to get a reputation for doing that. They call it NAKA for a reason, because I knock you out, you get in my way. Optimism's been doing pretty good. We're at least back up to $1.32 on Optimism. We've reclaimed the 9 moving average on the daily. Got a green dot on our BMC market cipher here. Stochastics are turning to the upside. Money flows coming to the upside. Things are looking good on the daily for Optimism. Level that I see that we will have a problem with is going to be about 161 in that area. And then also right up here about 212. Our fabulous Fibonacci tells us that, hey, those same areas that I just identified are the 382 and the 618. How crazy is that? That's what you see in technical analysis. Confluence, and that's just the way this stuff works. So when they stopped and accumulated here and then dropped and accumulated here, did they know that they were going to wick to that very point there, so that these calculations from this candle wick to that candle wick would come out precisely to those levels? I think not. It's just the beauty of how nature unfolds. We are not trading dollars, we are trading emotions. And there are lots of emotions out there, and emotions that are entirely organic. Like what I see for Optimism, it's getting ready to do something, baby. It's getting ready to go. Short-term target would be there, 167, and also 146 for, I don't know, anybody getting into a little leverage along there. I mean, 10x at 10% return could give you let you double your money. It's not too risky. But I'm on the 2 hour. You definitely have to check the smaller time frames to see if that idea is feasible. And I'll tell you the 24 minute says it may not be feasible at the moment. There is absolutely zero activity in this chat other than Grizz earlier tonight. Hello. My hands feel like 2 big balloons. I'm testing out my chat to make sure it works. Hello, hello, hello. I do believe it's working. Good. Do we look at Decred? That's another one that I like on the radar. INJ has been doing very well. Did we look at that? That one's taking off very nicely, going parabolic on us. It just wants to get the rocket fuel going, get it gassed up, gushied up, and let's just take off and let's make the whole world rich. Now we're heading to $9. And me likey, that was a hard one to build up, but I finally got my bag. I did have to get a lot of it right here at this $5.50 area to add to what I got a little bit over here. But like I said, she's packed and ready to go. Phantom is still holding up kind of nice. 30 cents. Can we get back up to 60 Phantom? Is that what we're going to do? 4 hours says it's getting ready to move. It's got a little bit of a attempted breakout here, possibly a retest. It is in that green cloud. So we got to hope the bulls show up and give us some higher ground there. But it's looking pretty hopeful by my indicators that that may be what we see. VET, VeChain, this one. Now currently at 2 cents, and it was down as low as just a little under 1.5 pennies. Need I tell you, that means that we got at least about a 40% bump up there. What I like about VeChain, it's not so much this one, but I like it against Bitcoin. So my strategy with these OG coins that we've been looking at and talking at tonight, I follow them on the dollar, but I'm actually looking at trading them onto the Bitcoin because that is an excellent way to grow your Bitcoin. So whether you're putting dollars or Bitcoin into some of these tokens like VeChain at this current moment, where currently VeChain is down at this area, juicy area of about 53 Satoshis. Now I have seen it get down to about 48, 45 when it's been in this zone before in the last cycle. We have not done that as of yet. That is also juicy too. But as you can see what I'm about to show you here, remember these areas are here? 35, 44, 50. These are all the areas it was in Bitcoin before. This was in November of 2020. Now, if you put one Bitcoin in, I'm just saying, what was it, November of 2020? Or still under a 10,000? Imagine doing that. Putting 10,000 in the Bitcoin, putting that Bitcoin into VET. Just as an example, 54 Satoshis. Right here. Anywhere through there. It went up to 474 Satoshis. 800% return. One Bitcoin could turn into many. A fraction of a Bitcoin could turn into a whole Bitcoin. See where I'm going with this? And now true, as this goes up, Bitcoin will be up too. Maybe Bitcoin will be, I don't know, let's say $70,000. Let's say it's the top of the market. Well, then you have choices. Well, you can keep that Bitcoin. You could sell that Bitcoin. You could try to short the market with Bitcoin, maybe margin spot trading. That would be borrowing against it, which is my last option. You could borrow against that Bitcoin. Not much, don't go crazy with it, but there's other ways of getting your value out of Bitcoin than other than having to sell it. And that's the beauty of Bitcoin. And what hopefully more and more people are starting to realize, which will also make it more and more scarce. Because yeah, you could sell it, but you could also just take out a tax-free loan. Did you catch that? In a lot of places, loans are not taxable. So if you take out a loan against your asset rather than selling it, just putting some ideas out there. Hey, Chris is still hanging with us. Go and take a look at Zcash, which if I have some, is not worth mentioning. But I think this one's interesting. Oh, wait a minute. No, I do. Okay. I'm getting them confused. Which ones? Actually, I do have some of this. it has not been one that I've totally concentrated on at all. But I mean, I like what it, the ones, those are the ones I'm interested in, the ones that I know that actually have gotten up there, $375, $300, $200. So to pick it up somewhere, $50, $40, $30, this has been a DCA bag for me. And it's at a good price right now. And this is on the weekly. Get off these bigger time frames so we can see. It's actually been on an upturn here. Came down to 24, which is, wow, I wish I took advantage of that, but did I? It seems like I did, but it was like, it wasn't enough to make a difference in my bag, though. Or, a huge difference. But I should have been trying to do a little bit more at those prices. But, it's what it is. Eventually, it doesn't have far to go before it's in the good. Things are looking good. Looks like we're getting ready to break out for Zcash. Another one that's interesting and kind of in some of the categories that we've been looking at tonight is Horizen. These are all ones the institution, most of the ones we looked at, are ones that the bigger money would be interested in. The more the institutional minded those people, them people, they, not the ambiguous, unidentified sexuality theys. I'm talking about the theys, the conspiracy theys that trying to control the world theys. Oh my God. LBGTQ, NLP, are they trying to control the world? Oh God. What if it's true? Just playing. So following wedge for Zen, I like this one. Grayscale was very interested in Horizen. They have a trust for it. Now I don't know if they still have it or not, though. I can't remember. There was some news out about it. Another one that gets way up there. Looky here. Oh, brings back memories about when I first got into Zen. Right there, right around these same prices. Right around these same prices, and look what happened. 167 within what? That was December to May, 6 months. And you know what? Where will we be 6 months from now? We'd be right around the halving, which is all hype at that point because we won't feel the effects of it for about another 5 to 6 months, and that's when the bump happens. We still got time in this market. Take a quick look at Rose. Still looking at this little guy here. Weekly looks nice. Weekly looks like it wants to do something. It is under the 200 on the weekly, so I'd be cautioned about that. Still technically bearish on the weekly there. Trying to see what we have overall. Looks like we're, trying to do maybe a triple bottom scenario here. Hopefully we're not trying to do a channel and come down to touch it at 2.2 cents. That would not be fun. Although it could happen in the greater scheme of things. Could be doing something like that. This one we will check back into when we start breaking a little bit above this 200 there. Let's quickly go to the 4 hour just to get a feel. It is trying to get above it on the 4 hour. That would be the first step to getting us where we need to be. So we'll check back in on this one in a day or two. But she may be trying to do something here. Although my indicators say she's a little bit tired. It's going to take a lot to do it. This one needs to be watched for a little bit. Hanging in there just under 5 cents. But I mean, eventually, get this one at the right time. I mean, definitely. Man, I can't pull the charts up that high anymore. Went up to 60 cents. You know. DGen Radio's in the house. Hey, glad to have you, man. Take a look at Zilliqa. Zilliqa. Oh, come on. What happened to my chart? There you are. Well, last few hours have been pretty nice for Zilliqa. Last few days have been really. It's about 0.016 cents up to where it is now, 2 cents. Still above the 4 hour, or the 200 on the 4 hour. Got a golden cross there. Things are looking good for Zilliqa on the 4 hour. Daily is still under that 200 though, so 2.5 cents may give it a little bit of a run for its money there. It may have trouble getting above that area, so we need to check back in with this. But it does have a good chance. Do kind of a bump and run pattern right here, and that would actually work out to where it starts, where the 200 is. So there might be a good 20% trade there. 15, 16. I want to take a look at Litecoin versus Bitcoin. Or at least I tell myself that anyway. Oh, she's blue. So Litecoin against Bitcoin, trying to find a good chart's got some information, or where it goes back far enough. I guess Binance would be our best bet. Do this on the weekly. So one of the cool things about Litecoin is that eventually it does make a move on Bitcoin, and you can grow your Bitcoin with it. Now it has suffered over the years. Not quite the oscillator that it has been, just kind of been coming down. So I could foresee us coming up to this area point 0005. Nice area to kind of take a little profit in Bitcoin with Litecoin. Something that I will consider. That's about 48% return. Honestly, Litecoin, I believe that we could actually, over the course of these next couple of years, at least come up here to 0.0082. Now, it may surprise us, and we may recover some of these other areas, come back up to 0.016. That would be awesome. Had some back in the old days where it used to hang out and go up to 352% return, and that's when it was worth playing with a lot. Keep my eye on some of these Bitcoin pairs here. As Bitcoin dominance is coming down and going up a little bit, trying to see if there's any good opportunities out there to be had. Check out Bitcoin Cash to on the Bitcoin pair too. Oh, it's been a while since it's had one. When was this? So here's how bad this one's got beat down. This was when? September 2020? Apparently I was charted over here. It's getting ready to come to the downside. But Bitcoin Cash was going at 0.024 in Bitcoin. Came down to 0.009, went back up to 0.028. So that was a nice little jump. There's an opportunity. Or I guess possibly shorten it down. I wasn't in on that scene at the time. But right now, this current jump had a nice move for Bitcoin. I mean, you could have doubled your Bitcoin. Or even the value of dollars that you put into it at the time. I mean, that translates too, right? It looks like he wants to keep going. So hopefully, I'm hoping for a big move out of this. And like I said, I wish I had got just a little bit more of my collection through these prices. I was trying to get it around 100, 105, 115. And this last little dip down to those areas, I didn't add to my bags at all. But hindsight, you always wish that you had. And then you just have to go on and make do with what you got. Because that's what you got. Gosh. But just a slow loser against Bitcoin all that time. Now getting some get back. This is there I'm looking for about 0.015 for Litecoin, or for Bitcoin Cash to the Bitcoin pair. That would be a good take profit area. And I also can pull Fibonacci here because this is part of my plan, what I'm going to do. So 0.0196 may be the magic number we're looking for. Oh, I would love to see it get back up to 0.025, 0.023. Just put some Fibonacci areas out there too. But from where these areas were, I mean, opportunity to double, triple, quadruple my monetary value that I invested in Bitcoin Cash into Bitcoin. And yes, I'm low. That's if they try to make all the babies they want. Because time is now to 12:20. I appreciate everyone for being here, sharing your time with me.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
But I must bid adieu, as I'm starting to get a little bit sleepy here. Do want to congratulate all these OG coins getting their day in the sun. Their little time, a little window left for it. So I think I'm excited to see these take off for a little bit. I like to see them gain a little traction with all the institution money and things like that looking at it. So that's a little dose of hopium. But until next time, guys, I thank you for being here. I'm going to leave you with the oh, look at that, she can dance on this screen. Going to leave you with the Bitcoin anthem as soon as I find that music bed. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.